Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about exactly what you see on the thumbnail, the DEI Good Bye. I want to say, I keep seeing all this crap come across my Facebook that I think is a leak off or a share off or a spread off of the great tit tot. So, that being said, I really got to wonder how many ratchet ass people are losing their jobs because you were only hired because of your skin color. Now, I'm not gonna lie, that would piss me off. I would be completely pissed off if somebody hired me just because I'm white. I mean, seriously. If you hired me solely because I'm white and no other reason, I don't know that my coworkers should want to work with me. Because if you only hired me because I'm white and you think that hiring a middle aged white person is going to somehow boost your clientele, I would not, I would be understanding of my coworkers not wanting to work with me because obviously the only reason you hired me is because I'm white. And it has nothing to do with my ability, my personality, my willingness to learn, my nothing. So you know absolutely jack dog crap about me. You've only hired me because I'm white. You've only hired me because I'm middle aged, and you think somehow I'm going to draw in that population to your business. I don't know that I'd want to work for a company that would want to hire me solely based on that. That being said, I could be wrong, but I really thought that we had flight and airline issues at one time because people were being DEI hired. Here's the thing, when it comes to a job, I don't give two squats about what color you are, what gender you are. The only thing I want to know is that you can do that job. When I go to my doctor's office, I don't care if the person seeing me is black, Muslim, Iranian, Indian, Vietnamese, white. All I want to know is that they can look at me and tell me what's going on. Okay, that being said, I don't want some ratchet ass, ghetto-fied black person, trailer park trash white person, some non English speaking person to come into my room and pretend they know what they're doing as a doctor or as a nurse, examining me and having absolutely not a damn clue what they're doing. And so I don't get diagnosed or I get misdiagnosed. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to get, dude, all these people, all these so called DI hired uh, truck drivers. What the hell? What was that even about? Because these people got on the road and wiped out families, killed people. And when I say they killed people, they didn't just kill white people. They killed black people. They killed anybody that was on the road with them in their way because they don't know how to read and they don't know how to speak our language here in America. So they didn't know how to follow the street signs. Tell me that's not some crazy odd crap. But you're okay with that. You're okay with you and your family being on the road with said people because, hey, we got to have the DEI. What does that even mean? Diversity, something, and inclusion? How about this? How about we'll include you in the hires when you get an education in that area? I mean, here's the thing. You want to be included, then make yourself eligible to be included. Showing up with black skin, white skin, Asian skin, that does not make you eligible. I mean, I don't get the whole what's the saying? We might be skin kin, but we ain't nothing else. No, I'm not skin kin with none of y'all. None of y'all white people, none of y'all black people. No. And look, I'm albino. Okay, so or whatever. Anyway, here's the thing: when you are hiring somebody just because of their race and not because of their educational knowledge and or background, then basically you're just saying let the chips fall where they may. That being said, then you're setting not only that person up for failure, you're setting yourself up for failure, your company up for failure, your clientele up for failure, and the failure just continues to struggle on down the line. And then when the accountability starts to struggle back up, and then it finally gets to management who hired that person just because they were skin folk instead of educational folk. And it's like, what the heck, dude? I mean, seriously, it's like literally, what did we just do? What did we just see? What did we just go through? What did we just, you know what I'm saying? So here's the thing: if I walk in to a restaurant and a black person and an Asian person walk in with me, and it's a predominantly white restaurant, and I get hired because the clientele that this restaurant is entertaining and wants to entertain is white, then I hate to tell you this, but you're in for a rude awakening because I don't take, I don't know anything about being a waitress. I don't do the whole can't do that because the wrists are kind of weak, the fingers are kind of weak. I'm not writing your crap down on a pad because here's the thing. Mm, Take your pick. I got glasses A, glasses B, C, and D. Now, my eyes are wonderful. I ain't gonna lie. But some days I sit here and I get tired. And so when my eyes get tired, it's hard for me to focus. The glasses bring everything into focus. That being said, I don't even know how to take enough shorthand to take an order. And even if I did, I don't care. So I'm going to lose your establishment, probably customers, along with who knows what else. But hey, you hired me because I'm white, right? Instead of hiring the black person or the Asian person that came in with me, who actually might have more experience, who might be interested in working, because I'm just coming there so I can bum around and hopefully get a paycheck. That's the only reason I'm coming there. Whereas the Asian person and black person might have actually had enough wherewithal about them and had enough um, wanting to work about them, might have been more age appropriate, might have been more energetically appropriate. You didn't even give them a second look. Now we're 2 months in. You're looking through your paperwork to find their applications, and they've already got another job because you turned them down because we skin folk instead of work folk. So, I mean, I never was for the whole DEI crap. I thought it was stupid as all get up. I'm so, so glad that Trump did away with it. Again, I'm not opposed to hiring anybody or anybody being hired. And in this world, you are going to find prejudiced ass people. You're going to find black restaurants that won't hire you because you're white. You're going to find white restaurants that won't hire you because you're black, Asian, whatever. You're going to find Asian restaurants where if they do hire you, they don't think you have enough sense to know their language, so they're talking about you like a dog behind your back. Look, I've been in Korean restaurants where the base language is Korean, not Vietnamese, Korean. Okay? And some people go, oh, I thought that was the same. It's not. But anyway, I know enough that I was sitting there one day and the one lady looked at us and kind of glanced away because she didn't want to give the impression she was looking at us. And I kind of looked away too because I didn't want her to notice I noticed. So, anyway, in her native language, she looks at her friend and goes, Americans are so stupid. We barely do anything, and they leave great tips. Okay, I never let on that I knew what they were talking about, but as me and my son got up to leave that day, I left zero tips because they were right. They didn't do jack crap. They didn't refill our cup. We sat there with one drink for the entire hour and 20 minutes we were there. And they never came by and took our plates. We were at a buffet. I won't name the name of the place, even though I'm in Missouri and it's been closed down several times. Um, and it kind of rhymes with Olden Apples. So figure that one out. But anyway, anyway, I said that to say this. Just because you speak another language doesn't mean that people can't figure out nowadays what you're saying because there's so many phone apps that can translate in real time. And some of us actually know what you're saying. That being said, again, a DEI hire is the lamest hire you'll ever have. 9 out of 10, they're the most self entitled Karens or the most ratchet of the ass of the EBT crew. Could go either way. I don't feel bad for you if you got fired because you were DEI. Now that you have extra time on your hands, Karen, Felicia, whatever, feel free to go get the education that will enable you to go back into the field that you obviously want to be in and stop doing it the lazy way. Because even if you get back in to the position of being hired, you're always going to be in the position of getting fired. So keep that in mind. All right, I'm going to wrap it up here. I love you with the love of the Lord. Thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs sideways, whatever makes you happy. All right, see you in the next.